like a go-kart. That's the term we've often come to associate with the mini hatchbacks. Small, quick and fun, these British beauties have remained retro cool over the years despite all modern bits thrown in good measure to keep up with the competition. But evolution is the name of the game and Mini going electric is just one step forward for the iconic brand. But can it deliver on the thrills just like its petrol sibling?
As far as styling goes, there's not a lot that differentiate this electric car from its petrol sibling, but whatever changes are there are subtle yet significant. The biggest of them all is this blanked out grille. Yes, they have taken the liberties and given you a nice looking grille. And then you have aero efficient wheels on this electric vehicle that also contribute to the electric factor of the car. Some more subtle changes are these neon highlights you can see here on the front, on the grille, on the profile. The mirror also uses the color, and then even on the rear, the significant electric badge, again subtle yet significant.
The iconic bits including the round headlamps with the LED DRLs as well as the Union Jack inspired LED taillights have been retained. The proportions haven't meddled with either. India does get the black styling package and that further adds to the sporty looks of the hatchback. And it comes in a fully loaded trim with no optional extras. That's certainly more value than the regular Mini. The black and yellow theme extends to the cabin and there's no real change over the petrol powered version. The 8.8-inch infotainment screen is familiar and comes from the BMW group but is quite old compared to some newer units offered by rivals. It also misses out on Android Auto, surprising at this price point. The quirky round console has been retained and barring the neon highlights, there's little to tell you that you are seated in an electric car. We still like the digital instrument console that offers a minimal appearance from behind the wheel. With respect to features, you do get the usual creature comforts including dual zone climate control, Harman Kardon audio system, wireless charging, ambient lighting and more. And yes, the toggle switches still remain a part of the pack. But you are waiting to know how does it drive, aren't you?
Now the big question, it's always a challenge to convert an internal combustion engine car into an electric avatar, especially when in this case this car is around 150 kgs heavier than the petrol car. So how do the dynamics change? Well, I'm happy to say that at least in terms of handling and the way this car takes corners, it's beautiful. It's the same feeling that you get on a Mini Cooper with a petrol engine. That is what you get here on this electric version as well. You can throw it around corners at high speeds and this car gives you a lot of confidence. Suspension is stiff, that is what you want from a Mini Cooper and you get that on this car as well. The only difference I feel is that the steering is probably not as engaging as it is on the petrol version of the car, but then you do have different modes. So put this in the sport mode and the fun element goes up on this electric car.
The single electric motor on the Mini Cooper SE packs about 180 brake horsepower and 270 Newton meters, all of which is immediately available to your right leg. Despite the additional weight, the car gets a 30mm lower center of gravity thanks to the floor-mounted batteries. The batteries have been placed in a T-shaped pack in order to be least intrusive into the cabin. It does take away from the ground clearance though, that's lowered to 128mm. So yes, you will tiptoe around speed breakers and broken roads more often than you would like. The Mini Cooper SE shares its underpinnings with the petrol version and is based on the UKL architecture. That limits the battery size on the hatch with a 32.6 kilowatt hour unit going into the car.
Of course, Mini says that this is a car that's made more for the urban conditions. So as long as you're driving the car in the city, you will not have too many problems with the range anxiety. But then yes, if you're planning a long highway trip, you will have to plan it out and see how and where will you charge your vehicle on the way. But this is a car made for the urban environment, so there it should suit you well. And then you of course have the driving modes. You also have the green plus mode along with the green mode, and you can see the real-time numbers on your screen when you're driving the car. So right now I'm in the sport mode. It's showing me around 104 kilometers of range left with some 80% battery still left, and I can put it then in the green mode and it range goes up to 113 kilometers. In the green plus mode, it goes up to 125 kilometers. Some functions stop working like the air conditioner to give you more range. So at least you have that option with you that if you're running out of battery, you can put this car in the green mode, not use the AC and extract more out of the battery.
The regen feature also helps with conserving range on the electric Mini. You can toggle between low and high settings, and that helps recover every bit of juice you need when navigating city traffic till the closest charging station. The car also comes equipped with heat pump function that reuses waste heat from the battery and motor to heat the cabin and helps make for a more efficient air conditioning unit. The car also comes with an auxiliary AC unit which will run the cooling function when the car is plugged during charging. But charging one should not take too much time if you are close to a 50 kilowatt DC charger. The car is compatible with these and will charge up to 80% in 35 minutes. Mini will also install an 11 kilowatt AC charger at the owner's home or office, which will fully charge the car in 3.5 hours. The Mini Cooper SE electric hatchback is priced at 47,20,000 rupees ex-showroom, and the first batch is already sold out. Let's not forget, it's the most accessible luxury EV you can get your hands on, with everything priced north of rupees 1 crore mark. As far as exclusivity goes, the electric Mini brings a ton of that, so no surprises as to why it's filling the order books fast. But does it live up to the legacy? Absolutely, and it also builds on it to give you a car that's every bit a modern day set of wheels.